beneath a sky bruised by coal smoke and cut by the shadows of airships. A man named Benny stepped off a steam locomotive with nothing but a leather suitcase and cane and the hands of a watchmaker. He's come to Steamport to begin a new adventure. He had no idea the boarding house he was about to rent would change his life forever. In a small village, Benny had been known for steady hands and a master of his craft. He repaired heirloom watches, church clocks, pocket chronometers, and anything that ticked. But villages do not stay prosperous forever. Factories in Steamport began producing cheap mechanical timepieces by the thousands. Orders slowed, then stopped. So Benny booked a train ride to the city of Steamport. City of brass towers, pneumatic message tubes, airship, horseless stagecoaches and walking automatons powered by compressed steam and coal. Dock cranes moved like skeletal giants. Street vendors sold mechanical sparrows that chirped in tinny harmony. He searched for lodging, but every place demanded payment in advance. Every door closed until he found Whitcombe Boarding House. The sign read, Whitcombe Boarding House, vacancy. Mrs. Eliza Whitcombe stood framed in the doorway, composed, observant. Behind her something moved. A brass automaton no taller than a child stepped forward and bowed stiffly. Benny stared. My late husband built them. They keep the house in order. Benny admitted he had little money, but has skill with delicate machinery. One of the automaton's right hand jerked erratically. He fixed it within the hour. Eliza offered him the attic room at half price. And so, Benny moved in. The house hummed constantly. Steam pipes ran through the walls like veins. Gears turned behind decorative panels. The dumbwaiter lifted itself without a visible pull chain. Other tenants avoided questions. And always the quiet whirring inside the walls. Benny soon realized something extraordinary. The house was not merely heated by steam, it was coordinated. Doors opened just before tenants reached them. Lamps brightened when someone entered a room. The boiler seemed to act as the heart of the house. This was no ordinary machinery. It was a system. One evening, the boiler burst in the basement. Benny offered to repair it. In the basement, behind stacked crates, he discovered a hidden workshop. Blueprints lined the walls, not for a single automaton, for hundreds. These were early plans for the very automatons now working in the streets of Steamports. Eliza found him staring at them. For a long moment, she said nothing. Then she spoke. Her husband, Edmund Whitcombe, had been celebrated as the father of Steamport's automata. But the truth was not in the newspapers. Years ago, he had fallen gravely ill, fevered, delirious. During that illness, he began sketching designs obsessively, machines more lifelike than any engineer thought possible. When he recovered, he claimed the inspiration came in dreams. But the dreams did not stop. He began hearing whispers inside the rhythmic pounding of factory pistons. He spent nights in the city's oldest boiler chambers beneath Steamport. Chambers built over abandoned catacombs from before the Industrial Age. He said there was a pattern in the steam, a voice in the pressure. His designs grew more advanced, almost organic. When he tried to explain his methods to the Industrial Guild, they dismissed him until his prototypes worked. Then they claimed the patents, and months later, he died in what the guild called a pressure malfunction. Eliza never believed it. After hearing this, Benny could not ignore what he now sensed. The house was responding to him, not randomly, intentionally. When he repaired a timing regulator in the basement, the pipes pulsed. Not erratically, but rhythmically, like breathing. An automaton approached him that night and placed a brass hand over his pocket watch. It began ticking in perfect synchronization with the house. Benny listened. Behind the ticking, he heard it, a low, steady cadence within the steam itself, not entirely mechanical. The next morning, guild inspectors arrived with eviction papers. They claimed unauthorized mechanical activity. As they forced the door, the house reacted. Bolts slid into place. Steam vents hissed. The inspector's guard seized mid-step as if awaiting instruction. Benny rushed to the cellar and adjusted the central regulator. Not to suppress the system, but to stabilize it. He did not silence the rhythm, he tuned it. The house settled. The inspectors retreated, shaken and uncertain. Benny remained in the basement. He and Eliza began refining the system, carefully. The boarding house became gossiped as the living soul of Edmund Whitcombe. And sometimes, late at night, Benny would sit in the basement workshop, listening to the steam, to the pattern beneath it. Did Edmund Whitcombe discover something? Or did something discover him? And in Steamport, the machines are still listening.
Thank you for watching the first episode of Steampunk Benny. Like and subscribe for more. Also comment down below on suggestions for future episodes.